Hello again. When we start thinking about trust and the awareness that comes from trying to make other people trust us as well, and we know how difficult that is in general, we start realizing, we think, well, this is a long-term process. It's something that requires a lot of persistence. But in effect, there are a lot of things that can be done very quickly. There are things that will create trust within a week, and not within 10 years of trying to live together and work together. Sometimes when you have someone that has a subordinate or that has someone that works for them, and you're either in that situation or you're helping someone with that situation, and you say, look, I'm going to give a one-sided trust here to you and say the following: look, let's exchange the kind of metrics that we have today, which is how many hours you work, whether you get here on time, whether you say the right things in meetings. Let's exchange that for something else, which is, are you going to sell 56 widgets this week? And if you do, don't tell me how many hours you worked. Let's try and together get away from some of these issues. I remember many years ago when I spent some time at the Federation of Industries, which is a large organization in Brazil. And I had this department, and of course this was a 100-year-old institution with very conservative people. And so I said, why can't I play around with the time people work? No, you can't do that. People, if they come 5 minutes late, they're going to be docked pay and so forth. And in the end, what I did was I called our people in and said, look, we have to be all exactly here on time. So what we're going to do is every day somebody else clocks in for everyone exactly on time. And I'm just saying this for fun because about 2 months later, we received an award within the Federation for the most punctual department. And of course, people had been coming anytime they wanted. What I'm trying to say is that with or without subversion, the fact is that if you give people small inklings of trust and you say, go ahead and do this on your own time, don't exchange exactly what you're going to do. Let's set new metrics. What are you going to do? How you do it, when you do it, and so forth starts becoming secondary because I trust you. And so this is one way of doing it with subordinates. It's of course a different way to negotiate with people who are peers. But even with bosses, the question is, what do you really want? You want to make sure that I was here every day exactly on time, or you want this at the end of the month? And so I think that the whole awareness journey rationale that we're following here is that there are small baby steps which make a dramatic change in the way you live and the way you work very quickly. And so this journey, step by step, it really starts proving as you go along with these steps that there is a much better way to work, and that it frees you and other people tremendously to concentrate on what really matters. And what really matters is to make work gratifying for yourself, to be able to use your talents in a way that does away with all the bureaucracy and all the issues that we create, which are really just boarding school issues, which shouldn't be here, shouldn't have been here for a long time. So follow us on this path of persisting a bit, looking at this content and saying, how do I go about making these small changes immediately for something that's going to make a dramatic difference? Not so slowly, but over time, of course, it changes dramatically the way you are and the way your organization works. And it's a very exciting path. And I hope to be talking to you every time more in the couple of movements and sections and parts of journey that we have ahead of us. So thank you for sticking with us. And once you really start to believe and start making these changes and you realize how little it takes, it's really an extraordinary effort, and it makes a big difference with relatively little effort. Thanks.